Beautiful
It's
thing.
a double entendre. If you
Right.
know his music, he's famous for the double, triple entendre.
Yeah. Right,
So
exactly.
he probably could have meant both and just like, oh, no, this is dope. But
Yeah, exactly.
how did I take
I
it?
wish that I had like the editing ability to just put us all in tweed coats with like a smoking pipe. Like, yes, let's talk about today the incomparable Notorious B.I.G.
Notorious.
and his words. What did he mean when he said "fuck bitches, but make money"?
Working overtime, serve beer at a Bushwick dive, just trying to stay alive, but it's so damn hard. But I will not worry, though life ain't going as I planned. I hurt and be hard, but it's so much harder. Well, I keep doing the best I can, the best I can.
Welcome in and welcome to Under the Apron, the podcast that asks one question: is Black people time a real thing? And today,
It might be.
I think we have conclusive evidence that Black people time is a real thing.
I didn't know it was the case study.
Hey, man. Welcome back, guys. I am here with my co-host, as always, Mike Furman. How you doing, Mike?
Wait, who's Mike Furman?
Mark Furman.
Oh,
Yeah,
it sounded vaguely familiar.
yeah.
I'm doing well, man. How are you?
Good. Then we're finally back together on the in the real in-person stuff. This is
Yeah.
fun. We've been hanging out for a solid hour, just chilling. We walked the dog. We got all our stuff set up, and
It's been nice though, because we never get to see each other in person that often, and we're usually doing the episodes via Zoom. So it was a nice little extra blip of time.
hell yeah.
together. I'm grateful.
I'm
I'm grateful for Black people time.
Yeah, thank you. We're here to say
You're
thank you to
welcome.
Black people.
See the blessing in the sky.
Yeah, exactly. We're fucking with Al.
I was late.
Yeah, so Al was late. But just giving him some shit. For those of you who remember, Al was with us for our second roundtable discussion. We met when he was security at Alligator Lounge, and we've remained homies. And as much as we're giving him shit because this is the second time that he was late, he also had a good excuse.
Appreciate it, man.
All right, so we are going to jump right into Al's story. For those of you who don't remember or do remember, whatever, last time Al told the story, it was about going home with a pizza tray. So what do you got for us this time?
I looked down and I could see the inside of my leg basically. I will never suck your dick.
I wound up watching Back to the Future, getting fucked up with Doc Brown.
As he sits her on the stool, and no joke, she shit herself.
Oh no!
Dude, this story's crazy, guys.
It's story time.
Oh man, I was thinking what story I wanted to tell, and I was thought of one that I felt like you're gonna relate to.
Okay.
Well, not relate to. You're gonna remember.
Sure.
Because you was there for the second half of it.
Oh, yeah.
You might remember this one. The stuff starts escalating. Me and this guy start going back and forth in the bar. We started fighting this, that, and the third. His girlfriend starts grabbing me, got my hair, this, and the third. Now people at the bar is jumping in and pulling them off. So it's a whole scene. It's getting crazy and crazier. We finally get them off. The cops, some customers I guess called the cops or something like that, or maybe I'm not sure who, but it's the bar. It's probably a Friday night or a Saturday night, so there's probably 8, 9.
It was a Saturday.
Yeah, Yeah, of course it was Saturday. Yeah, it was Saturday. So it was late night, almost probably 10, 11 almost. So the bar is pretty packed. So at this point, the police come, somebody called them. So they leave with this couple, and I'm thinking now the story's done.
Sure.
Now I'm thinking all right, we're in the clear. So I'm standing by the front of the door when you first come by the entrance, and as soon as I look outside, I'm probably 6 feet. So if you know Alligator, the doorway shaped like an L. It's door, and then you take a sharp right door like a L. So I'm standing right there, so I could kind of look straight out, and I see the guy. He's standing there like the freaking Undertaker with a freaking some I think it's like a bike crowbar lock.
It was a bike lock.
Like a bike lock.
Biggest bike lock.
Yeah,
Is
like
this the bike lock?
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I've
So
heard this, yeah.
Biggest bike lock I've ever seen in my life.
so so it's a fucking
U-lock.
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So he got the freaking like bike lock. He comes back and I remember like I look up and I don't know if like this is the. I'm almost happy that it was me because I don't know if he was gonna attack a customer or whatever
Right.
like thing, or I don't know if he was standing there waiting for me for mad long. But this is like not too long after. This is not the next day. This is not like hours later.
Right.
Like he went to. This is like I'm like yo. So the cops just like took him off the block, let him go or
Let
some
him
shit.
go,
I'm like,
yeah.
so yeah. So I think and it's like some freaking. It felt like WrestleMania because then we like locked eyes and we just run towards each other. Like it starts like it's like the like Peter Griffin and the chicken like
Yeah,
when
yeah,
they see
yeah,
each
yeah,
other,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
like they
Yeah.
always on sight like every time like so I see me and this guy like then it gets crazy, the whole bar spills out, the other security guard jumps out, his girlfriend comes out of nowhere with like
Jesus.
Wolverine claws
Dude,
and this
yo.
and the third.
She's just
And then-
coming out straight up.
No,
with
she
her.
has like some keys or some shit like that
Legit,
in her hand.
yeah.
Yeah, like they both came back prepared to like.
I was setting up a Paul Bearer joke in my head because you called him the Undertaker, but she's more than Paul Bearer. This
Oh, like yeah, nah. She was the Kane.
Yeah.
She was like, remember the dude, his brother, the other
Yeah,
one?
Kane.
She was Kane, like
Kane, yeah, dude, there you go.
Yeah.
yeah, she was that one. Like they came ready to brawl, and she was a little hefty one too. Like I remember like.
There's a little bit of Paul Bearer.
Yeah. Built like Paul Bear, though.
Yeah, she was built like that.
Yeah. So
And they were swinging this fucking
Yeah,
bike lock like
yeah.
hard. Like,
Like,
they could
it
have
was a
easily
full
hurt somebody bad.
Yeah. Like
Did you ever get whipped with it at all? Or did it ever hit you?
nah. I'm lucky. Like the first brawl, like the first one, cause we like ran to each other. Like I kind of blocked it, and he never got like clean swing. Me and him are, like right next to each other, so
Right,
it's hard
right.
to swing it. And I think.
Sure.
But then we spilled out into the street, and now he's like
He had
separate.
space.
Yeah, and it felt like it really felt like I remember like at one point like we spilled out into the middle of the street. At this point, my guy's working, so he wasn't there for the first half, I
No.
think, because his shift just was about to
when
start.
Laurent started,
Yeah,
yeah,
Laurent. Yeah, so now Laurent
Enter
just
Laurent.
yeah, and to like
Enter Laurent.
now punching Laurent. Yeah, which Laurent actually saved the day because Laurent was like a lot of people I guess were like shell shocked, and there was no other like the other bartender there like she's like 5 foot and 100 pounds
Yeah,
probably
sure.
soaking wet maybe. So it's
Yeah.
like it just like
Right.
so it's like she would do her best.
You were on
like,
your own in that
yeah, exactly.
moment,
And she's trying to just maintain the crowd. So it just when Laurent came down, just a big help too. So we were just able to get
and
this
there was,
guy.
there was a customer too who came and helped.
Yeah, at this point too, the customers are like, all right, we don't know what's going on, but this guy looks psycho with the lock.
Right,
Let's
right.
stop him. Like,
Yeah.
so yeah, it was just crazy. Like at this, yeah, the cops came back.
Dude, that shit was wild. Like Al doesn't work for Alligator anymore. He's moved on to trying to be the next Donald Trump and do some real estate shit. But you were a great door guy. I think the post COVID we had switched out of our people that we had before, and we had trouble finding anybody who could actually do the job well. We went through a couple of people who, nice enough, but like just didn't do it well. And Al was the first person who came in and like did everything well. Like he was pleasant. He knew how to talk to people and diffuse the issue. He was friendly with everybody. And if shit popped off, he could handle that too. So obviously it's sad for me to see you go for a lot of reasons. I loved working with you, but also I think you did the job well. Let's jump into topic roulette and to keep this conversation going. For those of you who've never listened to the podcast, topic roulette is we've brought a topic that Al doesn't know about beforehand. Al's brought a topic that we don't know about beforehand, and then we talk about it. We discuss for about 8 minutes. So the topic that I have is, what are the pros and cons of leaving the service industry, right? Because I think that there's some really good shit that comes along with it, and some bad things. The two of you have pretty much fully gotten out of it. I used to work 3 to 4 shifts a week. Now I only work 1, and I've supplemented that with other jobs. So I'm not fully out of it, but I've definitely distanced myself. And I was going to say to you, one of the things that I've noticed for myself that I wouldn't have necessarily thought about is, let's be real, you get a decent amount of attention from girls, from women when you're working in the industry, and it's not even something that like I'm always aware of. And I've had a girlfriend for years that I'm faithful to, so it's not even like I'm actually pressing those buttons. But I notice now that I'm not there as much, there's someone in my brain being like, hey man, what's up? Like, I used to get girls like numbers from girls every week. What the fuck is up? Like, I feel like
Do I
my
still
body
got it?
misses
Like-
that extra attention or something. You know what I mean?
No, I do notice the difference. Like, I'll be lying if I'd be like, nah, it's the same. I'll be on the train and girls just walk up to it.
Right.
Nah, I think you still do all right, but it's like it's not the same. Like you said, no matter what, it's like when you're in that environment, it's like, yeah, it's like they're funneled towards you. So like you said, it's like we know, like we all agree, like yeah, we know it's a little superficial. Like we know it's like because we're placed there, we could, but it's like yeah, you do miss a little bit. Like the low, you get a lot of attention. Like
It's nice. It's not. It's even if you're not going to do anything with
Yeah.
it, and even if you're not being an asshole about it,
Yeah, you
it's
just-
nice to have when you all of a sudden very pretty girls are coming up to you on a nightly basis, like,
yeah,
hey,
like
what's
in high
up? What's
note,
your
yeah,
name?
Like they're almost,
And then
yeah.
you pull that away. It's like, what happened to all that shit?
Dude, we're not young bucks anymore, man. We're like,
not.
you know, it's like.
Well, this motherfucker is young.
How old are you?
I'm 31.
Oh, okay, you're not that young.
No.
I know I'm
not
retired.
that
I'm about to hang it on my jersey. Like my jersey's not up, but they're rolling it. Like
Yeah.
they're
You're about to do the retirement tour.
My shit- my shit's rolled already.
Your jersey's up there with dust on it.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, that's enough.
But okay, so aside,
I thought we were the same age. I thought we were like.
Well, I'm
Oh,
38. I just turned 38 this past summer.
I'm 38 too. All right, young buck.
I knew you were. Yeah, Laurent's a secret 38 though.
Secret 38, man.
Am I not secret 38?
I thought you was like. Same thing with him though. Cause when Laurent told me how old he was, I was probably working for months at this
Yeah,
point.
yeah, yeah.
He was probably like 37 or
Sure,
36.
sure.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, the fuck? Like I
Yeah.
thought, cause he just like he keeps a good spirit. He just like
Yeah.
he keeps himself in shape. Like keeps look. You know what I'm saying? So I'm
Absolutely.
like, you I'm like 37,
Secret
bro.
38,
Yeah.
He's definitely way more of a secret 38 than I am.
No. We're both. But at home, if you're wondering what to do to keep yourself young and in good spirits, you have to put just a little bit of cocaine in your butthole every day.
Every
and it keeps you
morning.
young every morning.
Yeah.
But okay, so aside from the girls, and the attention, what else have you noticed for both of you guys leaving the service industry? What's good about it? What do you miss?
Well, I was talking about this with my wife last night, actually, and this is something we've talked about, at least in short periods of time on the podcast before, but just the built-in networking. The same way that girls, you have a funneling women to you if you're working the door, if you're working the bar or whatever. Same thing where, if you, especially working in a smaller bar, like when I worked in the East Village, the amount of artists and musicians and
Yeah.
not only the musician side of things, but more like I know I've talked about this before. Like I met a lawyer, I think it was within the same week or maybe even the same night. I can't remember exactly, but I met a music lawyer, like an entertainment lawyer, and then 3 days later I met someone who wanted to sign my band for music publishing, and I was like, great,
Perfect.
I have a
both.
lawyer.
I got both.
I'm already lawyered up. Like, let's do it.
Like, let's go, I'm ready.
Yeah, and that guy read our contract, and it was beautiful. Like
No, that's
that
how it
wouldn't
works.
happen from on a movie set. Like
Yeah.
I can meet other people on a movie set, but that shit ain't gonna happen for my band on a movie set. Not like that.
Yeah.
So those built-in moments like that, just networking, meeting artists, where you could have a conversation with someone just because they want a beer. Now
Sure.
you're next to each other, and you realize that they make art, you make art, and then the future is whatever it becomes.
Exactly.
But not enjoying a summer or or weekends off for years, I didn't really notice. I'm like, nah, I ain't gonna do that again. Like, I'm never gonna give up my
Yeah.
weekends like that,
Yeah.
that capacity. I don't know if
It makes
all
sense,
the time.
man.
Dude, I relate to that in such a big way because I used to be like a big band guy. Like I was, playing shows for 9 years with one band, and my friends used to give me so much shit because they would all come out to our shows, and then, they'd play a show on a Thursday or a Friday or Saturday, whatever it was, and I was bartending for 12 years. So it was like, all of a sudden, I'm like, guess who's coming to fucking every show for like the next, And dude, I would do it every night. Every night I would go out to one of my friends' shows. It felt fucking awesome. So I relate in a really big way. As soon as you said that, I was like, fuck, right?
Yeah.
It was such a huge thing.
Yeah, I mean, so to go back to, what you were talking about in terms of the positive things that you miss from it, like the whole reason I live in New York City still, and I think that we would all relate to this, and you've kind of left, but still have a foot here.
Where you at now?
Upstate.
Yeah, he moved upstate.
Close
Yeah,
to
that's-
Woodstock.
Yeah, that's not New York City. No, I'm like,
Yeah,
No,
That's
definitely.
dope. That's dope though.
But the whole reason that I live here is because of the energy that you're talking about, right? It's the people, it's the fact that you can meet a guy on the side of the street who's gonna be like, "Yo, check out this thing that I made," and it turns out it's fucking dope, or the multimillionaire, whatever, and business person who or any of that stuff. It's just such an interesting collection of people who chose mostly to come here to pursue something, which is why it is the way that it is. And bartending is a specific, even consolidates it even further, and it's just this, like you said, a funnel of pussy, and a funnel of interesting people who and like, so that's the rub. Like, that's what's cool about it, is meeting people who you work with, like you, or customers who are fucking dope, or the energy of it, even the chaos. Even a guy swinging a fucking bike lock is a part
Yeah,
of
it's a fun. It was
the
fun.
tapestry
It
of
was
craziness.
Not that night. Not that night.
That night
though.
wasn't fun, but it's fun to talk about it
yeah,
now.
like when you look back and laugh at it.
Yeah,
all
we
the other stuff.
we got your bike lock, by the way, motherfucker. But
Yeah,
but
Just put that up on the wall
that
behind the bar.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we got it now just to use on customers.
Yeah, exactly.
Revert on
Go
the-
back. But that's the positive. And I hear where you're coming from as far as the schedule stuff. For me, what I don't miss, and we talked about it enough on here, but when I thought about it, is I don't have to go to bed at 6 in the morning all the time. I'm not as close to the drinking and the drugs as I was, and so it's allowed me to have my distance with it. It just, I've never found a way to work at a bar and not have an unhealthy relationship with it when it comes to substance abuse. So like, the fact that I don't have to be out until 5 in the morning in a bar where somebody's gonna be like, take a shot, or here's some drugs or whatever, it's allowed me to build up a tolerance to that, where now I'm a lot better about finding my time with that. So that's what I don't miss for sure. And and also the other aspect of it that I wanted to mention is, like, yes, it's the energy of the people is great, and meeting good people. But also, if you're working 3-4 nights a week at a bar, you can start to fucking hate people too.
Yeah.
Because there's just so many squeaky wheels of drunk, obnoxious idiots, or coked up idiots, or whatever the fuck.
Social battery gets drained.
Yeah, your battery gets drained to the point that, like, you just don't like people anymore. So it's allowed me to distance myself a little bit with that too. So that's my feelings about.
Yeah, it does become cynical. It does become like routine.
Okay, so we're gonna move on to Al's topic. So what do you got for us, Al?
All right, so I got this idea. What do y'all think about themed restaurants? Like themed restaurants, like cultural stuff, cultural
fun, yeah.
restaurants, stuff like that.
I like this.
All right, so I'm a big rice guy. Like, rice is like my favorite food from like everywhere.
Okay.
So like anywhere I go, like, or any restaurant I go, I ain't even been everywhere, but like any restaurant I go, I'll feel safe with like some variation of a rice dish. Like,
Okay.
I'll just like, all right, where's your rice? Even if I don't know what's going on, I'll just get a variation of that.
Yeah.
So I feel like every culture has like, that's like, I feel like a unifying thing between a lot of places. Like, they do some variation, like Africa, like a lot of African places have jollof rice. I know oxtail right now is like a big thing in the, like, I feel like oxtail got popularized. Like, right now it's like fucking $50 a pound for like some shit.
Jesus,
like,
really?
I don't even, it's probably more than that. I don't even know, but I know right now like oxtail is like gold. Like, it's worth its weight in gold right now. Also, where I'm from, my family's from Haiti, so like, they're kind of famous for like black rice. I don't know if you ever heard of it. Like,
I've had black rice before.
yeah, like
Is
Haitian
Black Rice late to the podcast?
Oh wait, yo, black rice is on its way. Black rice is on its way right now.
Okay, yeah, it's
Black
coming,
rice
it's
is
coming.
on
It's in
its
an
way
Uber.
right now. So I was thinking about like a restaurant, or like maybe it's like some shit where it's like a cart, or it could be like something where they have all the different rices, just the rices though.
Okay,
Like,
so, go on.
and maybe you could mix some. You get like 2 rices. Like, you got like
Cool.
white. You could get like some white rice with like oxtail gravy on it, or like Haitian black rice, or like you get Thai rice, like the pineapple rices with like.
Amazing.
like
Okay,
with
so like staple rice
like a
dishes
staple,
from
yeah,
the
and
whole
just
world. Yeah.
like rice. I don't
And
know
then
what I
you
would
like put
call
something
it.
on top of each one, or
Maybe not, but maybe, because I was thinking like then you'd have to get another like dish to put like to complement it. But I'm like, every culture, if you just get their rice, they have some sort of, a lot of them have a protein that's like could be engraved with it.
Right, you
Like,
just throw it right in
yeah,
there,
like the Haitian rice is popular
That's
with
sick.
shrimp.
That sounds like
thing.
a great
Like,
idea.
I know a lot of the Asian rices you could put like
This is copywritten, by the
veggie
way.
with it.
Yep.
People put eggs in it and like yeah, of course. If somebody comes out, well, somebody's coming out with this. So
It's a good idea. I like that.
yeah,
That's
that would be mine. So
Nice.
Ron, you got anything?
Let me buffer because I don't have anything off the top. Do you have any?
Okay, yeah. Okay, you're still buffering.
I'm
I'm
buffering.
slightly buffering. I'll start off. I'll say this. I know where.
Okay, where are you
I know
gonna open
where,
your
and the s-
restaurant?
And I know the style, but I haven't quite gotten to the theme. It might come to me.
Okay.
But I spent last December, 2 weeks of last December in Bequia,
What the fuck is that?
which is an island in the Caribbean,
all right, I'm about to say, all right, good.
off St.
I
Vincent.
thought I was like that upstate. Is that
Yeah.
I'm all right, good.
No, it's an island.
Bequia.
It's an island off St. Vincent in the Caribbean.
All right, okay.
But they have a style of bar there. I'm sure it's in other places in the Caribbean, but called a rum shack, right? And it's just literally, it's like usually someone's house, and it's just a room. It's just a room, and whatever they have that day, that's what you're eating, and that's what you're drinking, and that's it. Like, no questions. No one's upset if you
Yeah.
don't have something, whatever the fuck it is. This is what I got for you. It's probably 3 different things. It's rum, and it's beer, maybe like a little red wine or something, and then they'll have like some patties, or maybe they had a guy cook up some lobsters, and you show up, and if
That's
that's what
it.
I got, that's what you're eating, and then that's it.
That's the
So
menu.
I think a rum shack would be my style.
Cool.
I really like that.
Dude, let me say this too. No matter where, what, if I were ever to be a part of a place, opening a place, as long as we had the money for it, which is the only way that I would do it, the bathrooms are going to be legit. I don't give a fuck if it's a dive bar. You're gonna walk in. You know how the difference when you're in
You're
a
not gonna
place
put the toilet
and
paper
you
on a
walk
chain?
into the bathroom and you're like, oh, this shit is legit. Like,
Yeah.
like when the nice bathroom,
Yeah.
single stalls, so everybody can do whatever they need to do in that bathroom.
Hell yeah.
And just like really fucking nice. I would love to have like a shitty dive bar with like the nicest bathroom you've ever
Yo, I
seen.
feel like that's an idea in
Yeah,
itself.
yeah,
Yo,
exactly.
that's an idea in itself.
You
like,
just come
it's
for
like,
the bathroom.
Yo,
spend like 150 grand just on the bathroom.
Just on the bathroom. and like $300 on the rest of the bar.
like a bar, like a beer's $4. Like,
Exactly, yeah.
like a
Plywood
shit.
bar.
Yeah.
Plywood bar.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like broken
But then you go in the
stools.
bathroom, there's the guy with like the hot towel.
You're like, yo, what the fuck?
Would you like some black rice?
Nah, I think, that's an idea in itself. Like the secret nice.
Yeah, let's join up. All of us. We'll open this in Bequia.
Bequia,
It'll
dude.
have a bunch of different rice.
Only play
nice
rock.
bathrooms and beer pong.
Only play rock. That's it.
And then,
The nicest bathroom. With
no,
a
I'm
but-
out. I'm out if we're only playing rock.
dude.
We
nice
can play rock on
bathroom and a butler.
Thursdays. Okay, so we got through that, guys. If anybody at home with the money, if you guys want to reach out to us, we'll build a bar together.
Yeah,
Not
we'll
gonna
we'll
put-
all accept
You're not gonna
DMs.
put the toilet paper on chains and like put
Yeah,
it on,
yeah. Oh my God.
Like a,
Let me tell you something. We never talked about this. Alligator Lounge, and I got to stop saying that. A place that I work. The bathrooms at the end of a Saturday night. Dude, you know the front one. I don't know if you've left since then, but you've definitely been there. Half the ceiling compartment is
Yeah,
out,
yeah, I see it,
and there's
yeah.
like a bag that kind of falls in, and the light doesn't really work.
Bag.
It's like it. So
Like
there's
a
like
it's a
ceiling,
tarp.
There's
It's
like
like-
there's
yeah.
like a tarp falling in through the ceiling.
This is
The
getting crazy.
the toilet paper is on a
chain,
chain
yeah.
that's in a U shape, so it looks like a smiley face of toilet paper. By the end of it, by the end of a Saturday night, there's
Just
toilet
come.
paper all over the place.
Yeah.
It looks like somebody's either come on the walls or bled on the walls,
Or
like
both.
somebody's thrown up in the sink. There's broken glass in there. There's like empty Coke bags, sometimes not empty.
Ugh.
But just it is a disaster in that motherfucker, man. Disaster. Last thoughts on the security stuff, which is how we started. But obviously, I think you're the first security guard that's on as like a singular guest. It's crazy how many people, like, we go through bartenders kind of fast, but not that fast. Security has been so hard to find
Nah,
anybody.
I'm not gonna lie, he's okay, so this is why we can make this joke. But the craziest thing was, I remember one day when I was when I was working with Laurent, we was joking like that day, like, yo, it's been like mad rotation of security, like, cause when I was there it was two
Oh my
guards.
God,
It was two
dude.
guards, so it was like me and somebody else. So me and him was like talking one week, and like it was like 3 weeks in a row with like somebody new. Like so then we was like, yo, it's crazy. Like every week people can't survive. So me and him are literally joking. So we got a new guy that day.
Yep.
And literally like right after we make that joke, like the dude passed out or something. Like
Yeah, no, he was
like,
unconscious on the ground.
Yeah, I'm only I'm like he's okay. So it's like
Yeah,
he's all right now. So it's like we can make jokes.
He
but,
just
like,
collapsed out of
So,
nowhere.
for 2 weeks in a row, we had a new person.
so
Gone the next week, new person, gone the next week, and then I was like, "Al, what's up, man? What these people can't keep it going." I was like, "Yeah, man, they can't survive in this shit." It's like this new guy sitting off in the corner. I turn around, I turn back, he's on the ground, passed out, and they're like, "Call an ambulance, call an ambulance!" Like, yo, nobody can fucking do
What the
this.
fuck
shit.
happened to him?
I don't know.
I
Nobody
think
knows.
we
Heat
think it
stroke.
might have overheated. Yeah,
It was really hot in the bar because there's no
he
AC.
overheated, like,
Still don't have an AC, even though we lost somebody to it.
He's like,
God
when he fall, he like, yeah, I didn't drink no water like all day, or I'm like, yeah, like
He probably
95.
got there 5 minutes and was
Nobody-
like, "I don't like this job. let me just get the AC."
That's a sick move. Just
That is a
fucking
sick move.
pass out.
Yeah, yeah.
Y'all come get, yeah, I'm get you.
Yeah.
I'll be there. Yeah.
Anyway, all right. So we're gonna move along to our favorite part of this show.
Chris Marcella's Fast Five or 10.
We have everyone's favorite, Chris Marcella's Fast Five.
It's Marcella's
Fast Yeah, if you don't know, or anyone at home who's listening, Chris Marcella's Fast Five are 5 rapid-fire questions that I'm going to give to you. First thing that comes to your head, let me have it. All right? Take no time.
Butthole.
Very good.
And that concludes Chris Marcella's
good.
Fast Five. All right. I have a big list here, so I'm just going to kind of pick and choose as I go. All right. Number 1.
2.
All right, number 2. All right, number 1. Bacon, egg, and cheese or sausage, egg, and cheese?
No cheese.
All right, fair enough. Bacon or sausage?
Bacon.
Okay. All right. Number 9. Sorry, number 2. Number 2.
Number 10.
What's your favorite fast food fries? No answer is wrong.
McDonald's.
Let's go McDonald's. All right.
McDonald's.
Totally fair. Totally fair.
McDonald's.
All right, this is actually a good one. Number 3. This is a good one for security. Number 3. You have 21-year-old customers show up. Okay?
I check out.
Would you rather they were all men or all women?
All women. I think, yeah, that's all women. Yeah.
That's actually an easy one.
I'm like, this is a
Figure
trick
out.
question. I'm
Those are
looking.
really
I
easy.
thought it was a hard one. I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
really thinking like, where is
You
the
know,
trick? Like, I'm
For
like,
security,
where,
yeah, for
where
security,
is the
that
trick?
one- I feel like for bartenders, that one's a trickier
Because it's
question.
less likely, less likely for me to have a problem.
Right.
The bartender, they're probably like maybe like, but less
sure,
likely
sure.
for me to
annoying.
have a problem.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. All right. Number 4. Do you fuck with zoos?
I haven't been to one, but yeah, like not like in like a very,
Very
long
long time.
Like very like.
All right.
this is
So the
class.
jury's still out. Next time we
Yeah.
have you on the show, we'll follow
What
up.
about a petting zoo
Somebody
bar?
gotta take me. Somebody gotta
Dude,
take
a
me to
petting yo.
Petting zoo bar, bro?
petting zoo
You
bar.
know people would come
Oh,
all
you
the
know,
gotta go.
you
we
know,
got a
Peter's gonna be
donkey.
all over your ass, bro. You
Yeah,
know, they
yeah,
they
it's
like, nah.
You can rotate the animals.
Yeah.
You
Even
have,
if,
like,
even
you
for
have,
no
like,
reason,
reptile week or
everybody
whatever.
having fun. Somebody, I feel like somebody's gonna hate on that idea. Like
Yeah,
even
oh, yeah,
for
for
no
sure.
reason, they're gonna
Yeah.
be like, y'all liking animals and nah, I just can't like
Yeah,
nah.
yeah.
Fuck it, tell them to.
Can you
tell 'em
imagine
to
them
get to
being
Yelp?
drunk and like coked up and like
Nah,
talking
that's
to like
not-
a fucking pig?
Yo,
in
you
the
know,
corner, like
people love
literally.
animals, though. That would work too.
You can get in a pen with
Yo,
like a giant.
Yo,
like,
where?
shit.
Yo, come on, you gotta turn this to the Shark Tank.
Yo.
This is a Shark Tank episode.
Beer
Like,
pong.
yeah.
A shark episode, a shark bar.
Shark Week.
You get Shark Week at the
Oh, you
shark
could
at
pet
the,
a
at the
shark.
animal
You put
bar.
your hand in the.
Dude, we got beer pong, we got a petting zoo, we got all types of rice.
The petting zoo. This is my favorite one so far. I'm not gonna lie.
We'll name the bar Black People Time.
It opens at 7, but it really opens at like 9:30.
yeah,
It
it
really
opens
opens like 9:30. Like it
opens
really opens like
whenever we get
9:30.
there.
Like
All right. And number 5.
Uh,
No context. Feet.
nah.
There it is.
Marcella's Fast Five.
Nah,
Perfect.
nah, we gonna pass it.
That was a beautiful pregnant pause. Man.
was
that
good.
answer. I love that.
All right, guys. So we're gonna in a second. Al's gonna close this out with a quote, but I just want to say, yo, for real, man.
Yo,
Appreciate you coming through.
appreciate y'all.
Appreciate
y'all.
This has been fun, and it's nice to do. Oh, and here comes
who's here, just on
Cowboy.
Just like Halloween time. Well, actually, not even. It's September 1st. Well,
October 1st.
October
Yeah.
1st. That's September 1st. October 1st.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
dude,
so y'all ready?
that's okay.
No, it's
Okay.
perfect.
So Al, what do you got for us?
All right, so I got a quote question. So I got a quote by a poet, and I want to ask y'all what do y'all think about it?
Okay.
like
Because
this.
it could be interpreted two different ways.
Sure.
Okay.
The poet's name is Christopher Wallace, aka the Notorious B.I.G. And he once said, "Fuck bitches, get money." Right? No, hear me out. Listen, hear me out.
No.
Hear me out.
I feel like
You know
I've
what I'm
thought
saying?
about this before.
So hear me out. There's some people. There's two different ways to interpret this. Some people interpret this like, forget woman, like yo,
Right.
put that to the side. I'm focusing on money.
Right.
Some people interpret this like there's only like one thing important. Like there's only two things important in life. You fuck bitches, like
Yeah.
have sex with women,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and get money.
Yeah.
How do y'all interpret this quote?
I've been on this topic before with people where maybe with my wife where I think we were in the car and I was like, what did he mean
what-
by that?
yeah.
What did he mean by that? But I think that's the beauty with poetry.
And all
right?
jokes aside, like
the ambiguity is the
Yeah.
beautiful
it's
thing.
a double
yeah.
entendre. If you know
Right.
his music, he's famous for the double, triple entendre.
Yeah.
Right,
So
exactly.
he probably could have meant both, and just like, oh, no, this is dope. But
Yeah, exactly.
How do y'all take
I
it?
wish that I had like the editing ability to just put us all in tweed coats with like a smoking pipe. Like, yes, let's talk about today the incomparable Notorious B.I.G.
Notorious.
and his words. What did he mean when he said "fuck bitches, but make money"? I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily try to interpret. I think Biggie was great at. He probably knew what he was doing with that, right? Which is saying everything at once and letting people figure that shit out. And respect to Biggie. I always love going through Bed-Stuy and seeing like the murals up and stuff. And enough time has passed now where like, I mean, I was alive when Biggie was still making music. And now for so much time to pass and to realize like how much of an impact he's had on that community and how much, Biggie was he was the shit. But fuck bitches, make money. To me, what I take away from that is if you focus on women and you make that your priority all the time and trying to like figure that out, you're probably not going to be happy. If you focus on yourself and your path and what's going to make you successful and what's going to make you happy, the women and all the other stuff will fall in line.
And the bitches show up.
If you make your life the most important thing, make your goals the most important thing, and the bitches will come. That's how I feel.
Hell yeah. I'm with that. That one makes sense to me. I actually have a funny quick Bed-Stuy story.
Let's go.
I was in Paris 10 plus years ago, and I was at this bar in like the like sort of like hipstery area of Paris, and this guy, and I'm there with my friend Kim, and this guy walks past us, and he's wearing a T-shirt that says Brooklyn, know your neighborhood, right? And we've seen this T-shirt. They got him around, and he's got that shirt on, and it has all the neighborhoods broken down, And Kim she goes, "Yo, nice shirt," and he's like, "Oh, his English is not so great, but he can carry on a conversation." And he's like, where in Brooklyn is cool, right? He said that. Where in Brooklyn is cool? And we're like, oh, well, that's kind of an interesting, Kim's
Subjective.
from very subjective. So Kim and I are both from New York, and so we're like, that's very subjective. But in terms of like the hip areas, Williamsburg and blah blah blah, we're going down the line, and we're like, now again, this is a guy who doesn't speak English very well in Paris, right? He's probably 21, and we're like, blah blah blah, Williamsburg, and then we're like, and Bed-Stuy, and he goes, "Do or die." Like, yo, that's hilarious. Biggie's his reverberations are forever and all around the world. It's fantastic.
Man, crazy.
I love it.
Nah,
Crazy how much of an
I've been
impact.
to different places in the world, and wherever I go, like I have friends from like different places too. They always know, like, oh yeah, where you from? They were like, oh, Brooklyn? Oh yeah, it's Biggie. Yeah, like no matter what, like if you say you're from Brooklyn, like
That's it.
people just like they're gonna like I don't. maybe he was like the cultural thing of the East West Coast, so everybody knew like Brooklyn. Thing, but he really, I felt like, put the city on the map because like everybody like associates still to this day. Like
And
a lot of
Bed-Stuy
people like
specifically too.
yeah. So
Yeah, man.
they always like
Shout out Biggie, a real one.
That was a good quote. I like that one.
Yeah, it was a great quote.
That was fun.
All right. Well, now that we have deciphered the poet Christopher Wallace,
next week we'll have Tupac Shakur.
next week on the couch we'll have Future.
Nah, yo, listen, Future got some lines.
Yeah, he
Future-
does, man.
Future's that
You know
boy.
what I think is one of the greatest as far as like the double entendre stuff is Lil Wayne.
Yo,
Like you can listen to a line from his and it means like 17 different things.
no, that is a fact though. That is a fact though. Lil Wayne was
Eminem
definitely a
too.
scientist
Oh
with
my
it.
God,
Yeah,
monster.
Yeah.
like they stacked. Yeah, him. Yeah, they stacked it very like. It was like they
Dude,
crazy.
I
like,
write. That's one of the things that I focus on in my life. And there are times when I listen to a Lil Wayne track or an Eminem track or a Biggie Smalls or any of these guys who are making really, or Kendrick, and I'm like, the best shit that I've ever made is not even close to that type of stuff where it's just so layered in terms of the meaning of it. They're geniuses, man.
Yeah.
And the question is, at the end of this episode, which song am I going to use as the music? Will it be Biggie? Will it be Kendrick? We don't fucking know. It depends on licensing.
It's gotta be Biggie. Dude.
All
Me
right,
shit license.
guys, this has been great. Al, for real, man, thank you for doing this. I appreciate you coming. I know you had a late night last night. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
I'll color people time in like 6.
Check it out.
They're kind of famous for like black rice. I don't know if you ever heard of it. Like
I've had black rice before.
Yeah, like
Is
Haitian
Black Rice late to the podcast?
oh wait, yo, black rice is on its way.
Thank you.